Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I'm really excited to be here with you as we dive into a topic that is not only relevant but absolutely essential in today's digital world. That topic is cybersecurity. Yes, whether you are a student, a working professional, or a someone simply curious about tech, cybersecurity affects all of us, right? So before we get into a technical side of things, let us just make a moment to connect. Think about this. We are constantly using the internet for shopping, banking, studying or social networking or even just watching YouTube, right guys? But how often do we stop to think, is my data safe or not? Or what if someone tries to hack into my account? So now I want to make this session interactive. So let me ask you a quick question. Yes, in comment box, and yes, you can share your experience in comment also. So have you ever been hacked, or do you know someone who has? So this kind of incidents are becoming more and more common. The ransomware attacks on hospital to phishing scams during online shoppings, cybercrime is on the rise, and it is not just a big corporation that are targets. Individuals like us are often the easiest entry points. That is why learning about cybersecurity is not just a tech topic anymore. It is a life skills. So yes, you have to understand it very carefully. Today our personal data, our phone number, bank details, passwords, addresses and even medical records are stored online. But have you ever wondered what would happen if this data fell into a wrong hands? Identity the theft, blackmail, financial loss, these are real dangers that arise from poor cybersecurity awareness. So in this session today, we are going to learn the basic of cybersecurity. We will begin by understanding what cybersecurity really means and why it is so important in today's tech-driven world. Then we will get familiar with some important terminology. Don't worry, I will explain each terms with simple examples. Okay. So we will also look at different types of cyber threats like viruses, phishing, social engineering, things that you may already be encountering without even realizing it. Okay, we will explore how attackers think and how simple weaknesses or vulnerabilities in our system or behavior can become opportunities for them. Okay. This session is not going to be full of complex jargons or scary stories. I promise my goal is to make this easy to understand, simple video, practical or something you can apply in your everyday life. Whether you are logging into your email, using online banking or setting up your new password, it will help you. So, are you ready to begin this cybersecurity journey with me? I will be sharing some interesting example, quick activities and practical tips also. And always feel free to ask any type of questions, take notes and participate that is related to topic. Remember that more aware we are, the better we can protect ourselves in the digital world. Okay, so let's start with the basic. First topic is, what is cybersecurity? Yes, you have to understand what exactly is cybersecurity. In simple terms, we can say that cybersecurity is the practice of protecting system, networks, or data from digital attacks. And these attacks can come from hackers, cyber criminals, or even automated bots that scan the internet for weaknesses. So yes, cybersecurity includes everything from using strong password to protecting massive IT system in bank and government offices. So guys, now why has cybersecurity become such a buzzword? Why it is important in today's life? So that is because we are living in an increasingly digital world. Every time you use a smartphone, browse the internet and transfer money online, you are creating data, and that data needs protection, right? So if cybersecurity is big, your personal and financial information can easily be stolen or misused. So cybersecurity is no longer optional, it is a necessity in today's world, in today's life. Okay, so now you can understand that what digital dependency means: greater risk. Our dependency on digital services like online banking, mobile wallets, social media, cloud storage has made us more vulnerable than ever. So imagine this: a simple malware in your phone could be sending your banking OTPs to hackers sitting in another country. That is the level of risk we are dealing with if we don't take a cybersecurity seriously. So you have to understand it very carefully. So be attentive in today's session. Be attentive all for YouTube viewers. Um, watch this video till end, because it will give the value, it will give important things to your life, it will add the value to your life. Okay, so please watch till end. Okay, so if I share about a real life example, then let's take a real life example. The WannaCry the WannaCry ransomware attack of 2017. This attack affected more than 2 lakh computers across 150 countries, and it targeted computers running outdated Windows operating system, and the malware encrypted users' data and demanded ransom in Bitcoin. So hospitals in the UK were forced to cancel surgeries, and major companies faced massive disruption. All this happened because of one unpatched vulnerabilities. Okay, so another example is the Facebook data breach in 2019, where records of over 530 million users, including mobile phone, were leaked online, and this data was later used in phishing attacks and scams. These incidents show how even giant companies can suffer if cybersecurity is not top notch. To understand cybersecurity more deeply, we need to talk about the CIA triad. What is this? I think you are aware with CIA triad. If you are not familiar with this terminology, I will explain it. Don't worry. Right? So first, CIA stand for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Yes, these three principles form the foundation of information security, and every cybersecurity policy or strategy aims to protect these three pillars. Right? So first, I will explain the confidentiality. Let us start with confidentiality. This means protecting information from unauthorized access. Think of your password, medical report, or financial statement. You would not want just anyone to see them, right? So, confidentiality ensures that only authorized users can access sensitive data. Methods like encryption, authentication, and access control help maintain confidentiality. Now I will explain the integrity, right? Guys, follow my cursor because you will get to know that where I am. Okay, so yes, right now I am on integrity. So yes, next is integrity, which means ensuring this information that information is accurate and not altered without permission. Let us say someone hacks into a company's system and changes the salary data, right? That is a breach of integrity. Whether it is a student mark sheet or an organization's balance sheet, we want data to remain correct or untampered. Checksums, digital signatures, and audit trails help maintain integrity. Now the third thing is availability. Yes, the third is availability. So lastly we have availability. This means that system and data should be available whenever needed. Imagine a hospital system going down during an emergency because of a cyber attack. That is a failure of availability. Yes, cybersecurity measures like firewalls, regular backups, and redundancy help ensure that services remain available even during attacks. Okay, guys. So I hope this is clear to you. Firstly, I have covered the what is cybersecurity. So yes, in second topic, that is understanding cybersecurity, I have discussed about the definition and importance of cybersecurity. Then I have given you the real life examples for your better understanding, and then I have explained the CIA triad, in which I have explained the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Now it's time to discuss the third topic, that is common cybersecurity terminology. Yes, the first thing is threat. What is it? So let us start with the term threat. In cybersecurity, the threat is anything that can cause potential harm to your data, right, system or network. A threat is anything that can cause potential harm to your data, system, or network. It could be hacker or virus or even an insider in an organization. For example, if someone is trying to steal customer information from a bank's website, okay, so that act is a threat. Threats can be international, sorry, yeah, threat can come from international and from national country. Threats can be threats can be intentional, like cyber criminals from banks website. Yeah, intentional and like cyber criminals launching attacks, or unintentional like an employee is clicking on a malicious link by mistake. So this is all about threat. I hope this is clear to you guys. Now the next thing is vulnerability. Yes, this refers to a weakness or flaw in a system that can be exploited by a threat. It could be outdated software, weak password, or misconfigured servers. Think of it like a broken lock on your door. It is not the thief, but it is what makes it easy for the thief to enter. In cybersecurity, reducing vulnerabilities through updates, patches, or good practices is crucial to staying protected. And the third is risk. What is risk? Yes, please listen me carefully, because I'm just trying to explain all topics in detail and in simple language, so you will understand it very easily. So yes, now risk is the potential for loss or damage when the threat exploits a vulnerability. It is the combination of threat and vulnerability. For instance, if there is known vulnerability in your operating system and hackers are actively targeting it, your risk level is high. Organizations often conduct risk assessment to evaluate how exposed they are and decide what measures to implement. Okay guys, so these are the common terminology that regarding to cybersecurity. So first is threat. I have discussed. I think I should repeat it. So threat is anything that can cause potential harm to your data system or network, and threat can be intentional, like cyber criminals launching attacks, or unintentional, like an employee clicking on the malicious link by mistake. So yes, now second is vulnerability. So yes, this is a weakness or flaw in system that can be exploited by the threat. It could be outdated software, big passwords, or misconfigured servers. So how you can reduce vulnerabilities? You can reduce it by using through updates, patches, and good practices in is crucial to staying protected. And then I have discussed about risk. What is this? Risk is the potential for loss and damage when a threat exploit a vulnerability. Okay, it is a combination of threat and vulnerability. Okay, and now it's time to discuss exploit. What is exploit? An exploit is a method or tool that hackers use to take advantage of vulnerability. For example, if there is a coding bug in a software, a hacker can create a malicious program to exploit that bugs and gain access to the system. Exploits can be scripts, malware, or even manual actions. There is also something called zero-day exploits. These are attacks that happen before a software vendor even knows a vulnerability exists. Okay, guys. Now the fourth is malware. Yes, what is this? I think now you are probably heard about malware, short of malicious software. Yes, this is short for malicious software. This includes viruses, bombs, trojans, ransomware, spyware, and more. Malware is designed to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system. If we talk about the example, so yes, ransomware like WannaCry locks your files and demands payment to unlock them. Antivirus programs and safe browsing habits help us protecting against. Now the fifth thing is firewall. Firewall is what? Think about firewall like a digital security guard standing between your computer and the internet. It monitors incoming and outgoing traffic and decide whether to allow or block data based on security rules. Firewalls can be software based like Windows firewall, hardware based like used in routers or enterprise system. They are key layer of defense in any cybersecurity setup. Now the sixth is encryption. Yes, encryption is the process of converting readable data into an unreadable format so that unauthorized people cannot access it. Even if a hacker gets access to the encrypted data, it will appear as gibberish unless they have the key to decrypt it. For example, when you use WhatsApp or online banking, your messages or data are encrypted end to end, and it is one of the best ways to ensure confidentiality. Now, the second last topic is authentication. Yes, what is authentication? Authentication is a process of verifying someone's identity before granting access. A simple example is logging into your email. You enter your username and password. More advanced methods like OTPs, biometrics like fingerprint or facial recognition, and factor authentication, 2FA, right? So the stronger the authentication, the harder it is for unauthorized people to get into your accounts. Last topic is social engineering. Yes. Lastly, let's discuss social engineering, a type of cyber attack that does not rely on technology but on human psychology. Like attackers trick people into relieving confidential information. Phishing emails are the most common form, where attackers pretend to be a trusted source and ask for login credential for banking details. One famous case was when employees at a major company were tricked into transferring millions of dollars to a scammer posing as a CEO, right? So I hope this is clear to you guys. Now I have completed my third topic, that is common security terminology, in which I have discussed about threat, vulnerability, risk, exploit, malware, firewall, encryption, authentication, and social engineering. Before that, I have discussed the definition and importance of cybersecurity. I have given you the real life examples of cyber incident, and then after I have discussed about the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of cybersecurity, that is CIA threat. Yes. Now I will explain the types of cyber threats. So yes, how many types of cyber threats? First is malware. It belongs to viruses, bombs, trojans, and uh, ransomware. So ransomware is what? First of all, you have to understand. So first, you will get to know that introduction to cyber threat. Before we dive into types, let us understand what a cyber threat really is. A cyber threat is any potential malicious act that seeks to damage data, steal information, or disrupt digital life. Threat can come in many forms, like from viruses that silently infect your laptop, or complex attack that shut down an entire company's network. So let us look at the most common and dangerous types of threat you need to know. First is malware, in which viruses, bombs, trojan, ransomware, etc. So yes, malware is or malicious software is the most common type of cyber threat. It includes a variety of harmful programs. Then after viruses attach to clean files and spread across system. Bombs replicate themselves and spread across networks. Trojans disguise themselves as legitimate software to trick users. And ransomwares locks users out of their system and data until a ransom is paid. For example, a WannaCry ransomware attacked encrypted files on hundreds or thousands of computers and demanded Bitcoin payment to unlock them. Right? So, second is phishing. What is phishing? Yeah, phishing is one of the easiest and most dangerous form of attacks. It involves sending fake emails or messaging pretending to be from trusted sources like banks or government organizations. These emails may have links to fake website or ask for a personal detail. For example, you might get an email that looks like it is from your bank asking you to verify your account, but it is actually a scam. Once you click the link or enter your data, it is in the hands of your hackers. Okay. Now the third thing is social engineering. Social engineering is playing with the human emotion. Yes, social engineering is a psychological trick used by attackers to manipulate people into giving away confidential information. Instead of attacking system, they hack people. For instance, someone might call pretending to be from IT support and ask for your password to fix an issue. Because it feels urgent or official, many people fall for it. And this type of threat shows that even the most secure system can be compromised if users are not careful, right? The third is denial of service, DOS and DDoS, double DOS, right? So yes, a denial of service attack overwhelms a server or website with traffic so that it becomes slow or crashes. In a distributed denial of services attack, the traffic comes from multiple systems, often part of a botnet. For example, attackers can flood a company's website with fake requests, making it inaccessible for a real customer. This can cause huge financial losses, especially for e-commerce platform. Okay guys, so now it's time to discuss the last third topic, that is man in the middle attack. Yes, in a man in the middle attack, a hacker secretly intercepts and possibly alters the communication between two parties. Imagine you are logging into online banking and someone is quietly eavesdropping on the data you send. If you are on a secured Wi-Fi network, an hacker can sit between you and bank server and steal your login details. Always using secure website like HTTPS and avoiding public Wi-Fi for sensitive transaction can help prevent this. Okay. And the last second topic is SQL injection. SQL injection is type of attack that targets database. Many websites use SQL, structured query language, to interact with their database. Hackers can input malicious SQL commands into input fields like search boxes or login forms to extract or manipulate sensitive data. For example, they could error or 1 equal to 1 into a login field to bypass authentication and gain access to admin panel. So this is all about proper coding practices, and input validation can prevent these attacks. And the last attack is zero-day exploits. What is this? A zero-day exploit happens when attackers discover a vulnerability in software, right, that the vendors does not know know about it. Since there is no fix or patch available, the exploit can do serious damage. These are very dangerous because even fully updated system can be vulnerable. So hackers often sell zero-day exploits on the dark web to other criminals. Organizations need advanced threat detection and regular system monitoring to deal with such attack. So cyber threats come in many shapes and forms. So staying aware in the first step. Okay. So from taking users with fake emails to exploiting technical bugs in software. But remember, the best defense is awareness. If you know how these attacks work, you are already one step ahead. During this session, actually we will not only learn the theory, but also I'm just sharing the tips to stay protected in real life scenarios. Always think before you click, and treat cybersecurity like locking the front door of your digital house. Okay, now we will understand the vulnerabilities. Yes, what makes system vulnerable? Okay, so let's start with understanding the term vulnerability. In the context of cybersecurity, a vulnerability is a weakness or flaw in the system, network, software, or even in human behavior that can be exploited by a hacker. I have discussed already. Think of it like a crack in the wall of a house. If it is a small and unnoticed, a thief might use it to break it. Like similarly, cyber criminals look for these cracks in digital system to gain unauthorized access. Okay, so there are several factors that make system vulnerable. These include the poor system design, lack of security updates, default setting, and bad coding practices. Often developers focus more on functionality and less on security. For example, if a mobile app stores users' password in plain text instead of encrypting them, it becomes an easy target. Attackers can exploit such flaws to steal sensitive information. So interestingly, one of the biggest vulnerabilities is not technical, it is a human behavior. People often use big password like 12345 or password etc, which are easy to guess. Others might click on suspicious email links or share confidential data without verifying the source. This is why many cyber attacks rely on social engineering, because it is often easier to trick people than to hack system. One of the most dangerous vulnerabilities comes from using outdated software. Okay, so software companies regularly release updates that fix known security bugs. When we do not update our system, we leave them open to attack that are already known in the hacker community. A real world example is in the Equifax data breach, where hackers exploited an unpatched software flaw, resulting in the theft of data of over 140 million people. So another common vulnerability is use of big or reused data. Yes, if you are using the same password for email, bank account to social media, and that password gets leaked in one breach, so attackers can access all your accounts. This is called credential stuffing. Using a strong unique password and enabling two-factor authentication can significantly reduce this risk. Okay guys, and the last one is some common technical vulnerabilities include buffer overflows. When a program writes more data to a buffer than it can hold, allowing hackers to run malicious code. Unvalidated input, in which when software does not check what a user types, allowing for SQL injection attacks etc. And the open ports. Yes, services running on unprotected ports can be exploited. Developers must follow secure coding practices to avoid these issues. So yes, now yeah, you have to understand that what is misconfigured system and devices. Sometimes even the best software becomes vulnerable due to misconfiguration. So for example, a database left publicly accessible online or good storage bucket without a password can expose confidential data. Many companies have suffered breaches because someone forgot to change default setting for or restrict access permission properly. We also can't ignore the threat that comes from within the organization. Employee, either accidentally or deliberately, can create vulnerabilities. For example, someone might plug an infected USB data drive into a company computer, introducing malware into a network. This is why cybersecurity training and awareness program are essential for all employees, not just the IT team. Now, how you can prevent and continuous vigilance. So keep the continuous vigilance. To sum up, vulnerabilities can exist in code, configuration, or people. Preventing them is not a one-time job. It requires regular updates, awareness, audits, and security first mindset. Encourage your participant to develop good digital hygiene, use a strong password, stay updated, be cautious of suspicious emails, and never ignore security warnings. Remember, the more aware you are, the harder it becomes for attackers to find an entry point, right guys? So I hope this is clear to you guys. I hope you have understood what I have discussed here, right? So now the last topic, that is the basic cyber hygiene and protection. So for that you have to understand what is first cyber hygiene. So let us begin with the basic idea of cyber hygiene. Just like we brush our teeth and take baths to maintain physical hygiene, we need to follow regular digital habit to stay safe online. So this is called cyber hygiene. It is all about building a routine that protects your device, data and identity from being misused by cyber criminals. These small simple habits, when followed consistently, can prevent a majority of cyber threats. Now you will get to know that what is strong password practices. The first line of defense in cybersecurity is your password. So yes, a strong password is like a strong lock on your front door. It should be long, at least 12 characters, include a mix of uppercase, lowercase, number and a special symbol, and should not guessable. Easily guessable. No names, birthdays or password like 123 etc. Also, do not reuse password across multiple platforms. If one site is hacked, reused a password can use hackers accessible to all your accounts. So you don't use common password. Okay, don't reuse your password. Now, use of password managers. Yes, many people ask, how do I remember so many strong password? That is where password managers comes in. They are secure apps that store your passwords and even generate strong ones for you. You only need to remember one master password. Tools like LastPass, Bitwarden, or OnePassword can be very helpful and increase your security without adding stress. Now I will discuss what is regular updates and patches. Yeah, regular updates and patches are important Before that, I will explain two-factor authentication. So yes, even strong passwords are not enough sometimes. That is why you should enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. This means in addition to your password, you also need a second form of verification like an OTP sent to your phone or a fingerprint scan. So even if a hacker gets your password, they cannot get into your account without that second factor. That is 2FA significantly lowers the chances of account breaches. And now importance of regular updates and patches is what. Yeah, regular updates and patches, the importance of regular update and patches. So yes, it is keeping your software updated, whether it is your phone, computer, browser, or any app. Updates are not just about new feature, they often come security patches that fix vulnerabilities. Hackers love exploiting old version of software, so always turn an auto updates or check regularly for new updates. This includes your operating system, antivirus, and even plugins and extensions. Now, being smart about your links and emails. One of the most common way hackers attack is through phishing. Emails or messages that trick you into clicking malicious link and sharing personal information. This may look like they are from your bank, university, or a government site. Okay, so always verify the sender's email address. Never click on suspicious link or download attachment from unknown social thing. Where you click is a golden rule. Okay, now what is use of antivirus and firewalls? Yeah, antivirus and firewalls your digital bodyguards. Antivirus software and firewalls are like your digital bodyguards. A good antivirus scan your system for harmful files and block threats before they harm your system. A firewall, on the other hand, act as a filter. It decides when traffic is allowed in and out of your device or network. Both are crucial, and especially when you download files or connected to public Wi-Fi network. So how you can avoid the public Wi-Fi risk? So yeah, speaking of public Wi-Fi, avoid using it for sensitive activities like banking or logging into important accounts. Public Wi-Fi can easily be monitored or spoofed by attackers. If you must use it, consider using a VPN, virtual private network, which encrypts your data and make it unreadable to snoopers. VPN are especially important if you travel or work remotely. So yeah, that's how you can make your habit it is clear to basics, what is basic cyber hygiene, how you can protect by using the cyber hygiene, right? So making cyber hygiene as a habit. Cyber hygiene is not one time task, it is lifestyle. So yes, you can encourage, you can use it as a habit. Just like we lock our doors and windows at night, we should secure our digital lives daily. So by following basic cyber hygiene, you are not just protecting your data, you are protecting your identity, finances, and peace of mind also. Now I will explain the real life examples for you guys. So yeah, case studies like one of the best way to connect theory with reality. So they help us understand how and why cyber attacks happens, what went wrong, and how they could have been prevented. So today we will look at a famous cyber attack called WannaCry, and also engage a group activity to identify threats from given scenarios. And in May 2017, the world was hit by a WannaCry ransomware attack, which infected over 2 lakh computers in more than 150 countries. It targeted computer runnings Windows operating system by encrypting data and demanding ransom in Bitcoin. So many major organizations like UK's NHS, National Health Service, were severely impacted, with operationals cancelled and patient records inaccessible. The reason this attack spread so widely, many systems were running outdated Windows versions and had not installed security patches. This case shows us how dangerous poor cyber hygiene can be. Okay, so yes, this is all about today's session. Now let us now bring everything together. So in this session we have explored about the basic of cybersecurity, its importance, types of threats, common terminologies, vulnerabilities, and good cyber hygiene practices. You learned about malware, phishing, social engineering, SQL injections, and also how to protect yourself by using strong password, 2FA, and firewalls and software updates. Cybersecurity is not just about tools. It is about awareness and behavior. Most cyber attacks are successful not because of technology failures, but because of human mistakes, like clicking on fake links, using big passwords, or ignoring software updates. If we change our digital habits, we can prevent 80 to 90% of cyber incidents. Now, I would like to open the floor of questions and thoughts. Yes, if you have any query, then you can do the comment in comment box. I will resolve your query. So yes, understand that cybersecurity is a complex subject. So we will learn here. We'll all here to learn together. So to end here, 5 golden tips I can give you. First, use a strong unique password for every account. You can enable 2FA on all important logins. You can avoid clicking suspicious link or downloading unknown attachment. You can update your system or apps regularly, and you can do backup. You should have a backup of important files to an external drive or cloud. Okay guys, so let me end this session with a